8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find. Find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow.
Superstar. Hey everybody, how is it going? So I have my phone here. I'm trying to look at the chat. Hard to move. This pup here. Who's today's wiener? Oh, Diana Lynn coming in with the wiener. Next in line for the wiener, Fred Hill. Fred put in a good fight for that wiener. Shucks. Maybe next time. Maybe next time you'll get the wiener. Hey, that girl. You daily tap every time. Every time you see Bandit, you say the same thing. He was watching reruns. Hey, Nikita. Hey, Whistle. Country Girl. Sue. Tessie. Hey, Fonda. Yeah, Bandit's pretty awesome, except when he's barking like 24/7. But that's why I'm holding him, because it's the only way I hope. That's why I know people think I'm just like bragging that I have the cutest dog in the world, but actually I'm holding him so in hopes that it will keep him quiet for this stream. Hey, honey, Elder. Yes, our inside joke. A baby rocker. Yes, a swing. Oh my gosh, one of the bouncy chairs. Like, he'd probably like it. I could use my little, I could use my, my sling thing. I'm trying to remember, one of you amazing people got me this. Hey, Little Red. It's like 5 million feet long, but it's a sling thing that you, or a swaddler thing that you wear to carry your pup around. Maybe I'll put it on real quick, but then you're going to see my mess behind me a little bit, but that's okay. Here, we'll put Bandit right there to entertain you guys while I do this real quick. We'll put it on Really, you can make one of these with just a really long cloth like this, like 2 feet wide by like, I don't know how many feet, 20 feet or something. I don't know. No, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. We're almost done. We're almost there. Bandit is not a very good co-host. He was supposed to take over. And he obviously did not do a good job. But I've almost got this thing freaking on. It's quite the contraption. But really, you can make one of these pretty easily. Ugh. Okay. Come on, Bandit. You know what this means. Okay. Put your little booty in there. He's like, oh, mommy. Not this again. Not this again. It's pretty what he's thinking. Not this again. What? It's fun, don't you think? Okay. I think we got it handled. Possibly, maybe. Okay, you guys ready for the big reveal? I couldn't see what I was doing, but... Oh, my boo! What's that? Okay. Didn't quite do it right. Now we got it. Now, there we go. Now I can get my phone. I put my cats in timeout today. They spent all night keeping me up at the no-tell motel. Oh, are they in heat? I know, it's cute, isn't it? It's like having a baby. So any of the, those people that like to pretend they have baby dolls are real babies. Why don't you just get yourself one of these things? Then you could pretty much have like a baby, like a real life baby, but it doesn't look like human, but it's wobbly and it's wobbly and like a baby, and we'll let you swaddle it, carry it all around. Seeing it like this, and he loves life like this. Hey, One Love. Just have kitties now. I know. He is. Like, everywhere we go, he just gets so much. Every time. Every walk. Every day. Every day, I at least get one one person, like every walk, I'll say, I at least get one person that comments on Bandit. You look like sad putting your head hanging like that. That looks uncomfortable. See my new little fur baby on my computer. Let me see if hopefully I might not be logged into the right. Of course, I'm logged into my other. No, don't lick my mouth, please. Okay, let's see. Might be able to, maybe not. I'm trying to. Why won't it work? Why can't I click on Daisy? That's really lame. There we go. Oh, so fresh and so clean. Oh my gosh. Look at that little cutie. I can't pull it up because it's on my phone, but she actually, I believe, because I'm trying to get the best. There, I'm trying to get that bit. Isn't that cute? Looks like a little teddy bear in a way. Oh my gosh. Or like I don't know. Bandit looks like a teddy bear too. Oh my gosh. Is she full grown? Oh my gosh. Is she full grown? Oh, she is really, really cute. What kind of pup is she? Oh my gosh. She's adorable. Hold on. Just trying to get you to see. I know it's really hard to see, but super cute. Very cute. Daisy, very cute. Bandit, are you sure you're fine with your head hanging like that? That looks so uncomfortable. Here, can I go like that? I'm going to try to keep it tight like this. In hopes that that just looks so uncomfortable. Like, Roxy is watching you. Oh, hey, Roxy. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Jenny from the block. I'm still. Yay. I'm so excited. I love surprises. I do. I love surprises. Fred, is Kathy still named the link? Is Kathy here? Is Kathy in the house? Do we have Kathy? Let me see. I'm not seeing her. Oh, there she is. Okay. Pork get freaking trampled by freaking bulls last night. Me and Fred love you guys. Stick up for us. We really, really do. We just don't want you guys to get sick over it. You know what I mean? Because I know people are doing it because they, like many of you guys know, especially like Kathy and a few of you others. A lot of you guys know a lot of things that are being said are absolute lies, and you know it for a fact. And I know when you hear things like said about Fred or myself that you know are lies, it's, you know, it hurts you because you're afraid because you know it's wrong. You know it's just not true. But we don't want you guys to make yourself sick over it at all. Me and Fred were just talking about that because it doesn't affect us. It really doesn't. Like, we laugh at most of the things, you know. The only things that is just too far is the real life stuff and contacting, you know, just real life stuff. But the stuff on YouTube and the stuff people say is just like, we don't let it bother us. But it is nice to know. I mean, I don't care what people are saying or whatever. And I heard something. I sent myself some screenshots I was going to go over. Oh, it's 11:11, guys. So I got some screenshots I was going to share with you guys here in a second. Oh, shit. I forgot to put on Nightbot. Like, there is people who, let's see, what did he say the cash tag for that was? Iron Gate Foundation. Dang, I thought that was sent to me recently. Well, I'm at. The heck? Let's see. When did you send me that cash tag? Why can't I find it? I thought that was just. Let me look it up on Cash App. I think it's Iron Gate Foundation. Or Iron Gate Recovery. Is that what it was? Fred? Iron Gate recovery. Yeah, I think it's Iron Gate recovery. Because that's what's coming up when I... So anybody who is wanting to help with the cost of his stay, you can pay directly to the place, the halfway house. It's Iron Gate Recovery on Cash App. And you just have to put, Fred Hill's name in the comments, and they'll know it's for Fred. So, yeah, it just looks like it's just Iron Gate Recovery. I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, Iron Gate Recovery. Because I know some people were asking about that. But I know most people right now are in the same predicaments that we are. So, I forgot to add that with Nightbot. I was going to do that, which I will. Because I know that there has been many that's wanted to help. And that's a way that it's going directly towards what we say it's going towards. That way it can go straight towards his recovery. Hey, Scott. So, I guess I can, let's see, bring these up. I know you can't see these very well, but I'm not feeling like downloading them all. So I'll just put it up how it is. Okay. So you'll just have to believe me if you can't see it, that it says what I'm saying it says. So somebody sent me some screenshots and of some things, and what we're going to focus on are the comments in the chat. I'm going to just read them and going to react. I'm going to try not to get upset. No, Bandit loves it. Bandit loves it. He just likes his head hanging out. If he wanted out, I would know it. Here. He would wiggle and let me know. He would definitely let me know. He's not going to be. So this is for some reason, there's people like here on this app who, if you mention one thing negative or disagree with them on anything, they just have it out for you, and they just do not I don't know. You become their content 24/7, and this is one of those people here. And I don't know, for some reason, she used to be really hardcore against Jody Sue and go hard after Jody Sue, obsessively. It was ridiculous. Somehow her and Jody Sue ended up being cool, or actually I think Jody Sue just decided to tolerate her. I don't think Jody Sue actually liked her and found her really annoying. I'm sure still does. I mean, come on, the girl is basically all up, all over, got her lips all over Jody Sue's ass. But yeah, so anyways, for some reason now, I think she white knights for, I don't know, now she kind of goes back and forth or whatever. But she has a little fan club now, including, I guess, Andy Bernard, who have a lot to say, a lot of lies I hear. I was not listening to this. These are just screenshots that were sent to me. I don't waste my time listening to hate and stuff like that, and stuff that's usually lies. But since I don't have anything else to talk about, I guess we're going to address it. Let's see. So here's Crystal asking Andy if it was a dream. Andy responds, Pot wasn't on that edge. Andy responds, it was on the other side of barn. And then Diamond Eyes said so many are on to her horribleness griff. Okay. Whoever that is. Crystal says, so on a tape recorder, no way a voice came through. And then Andy says, yeah, it was a dream I had. I didn't see Summer pass away. What the fuck? Crystal says, so how much time did you guys spend with Fred for the 3 days? Diamond Eye says, where is Summer? Ziggy, you never mention her. I never mention her because you guys are trying to distract from the, like, what's really important and what's the truth. That's why she never gets mentioned, because she gets lost in all this nonsense that, I mean, for some reason, this is a nonstop thing every night with these people. And all of a sudden with Andy too. And I don't understand. Like, he used to just be like chill, and now he's just getting, I don't know, acting scared or something. I look at it as weird and suspect in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. Because, yeah, you would be mad if you were getting accused of something you didn't do. But don't you think Fred's had a target on his back this whole fucking time? Probably even worse than Andy, and he doesn't act like that. And I know that some people, everybody reacts to things differently, but he just, I don't know. There's just so many strange things, okay, in my opinion. Andy says, I've never spent time with Fred. Mind your business says, hello, Crystal, Maz and chat. Z is trash and don't trust her with a flea. Ryan says, hi. Crystal says, so you didn't see him at all on the 15th, 16th, or 17th. And then Crystal says, hey, Mind. Hey, Ryan. And then Beverly Vineyard says, hey, Andy, have a question, please. Why did you and Jody Sue camp down at the driveway for 3 days? On to the next one. Pam O'Connor says, you lied, Fred. Okay. And then Crystal says, so now Don was there several times. And Andy said, I didn't see him till late on the 15th. I took off on the 16th till Friday, I think. Only till Friday? Okay. So the 15th, what day was the day that Summer went missing, guys? Wasn't it like, what was the day of the week? He's seriously saying he was only gone until Friday of that week? Andy, would you like to retract that statement? Are you serious? And did you guys know where he took off? Did you know that Andy's in the business, in like the carny business shit? Just like Candace and them? Oh my God, dude. That's where he took off to. He was operating a ride down in Seaverville, Gatlinburg area. So he's saying, oh, okay. So he's saying he was just gone from like about Wednesday to Friday. That's so 2 or 3 days. That's a little not true. Fred saw him at the gas station at Zoomers, and he told Fred that he had been gone for, Fred said, he goes, I really think he said 21, but I want to say, I'll say 20 to be safe. But now he wants to act like he wasn't gone like for very long for some odd reason. But he was operating some fucking ride in Gatlinburg area. So he's all into that. And this was just within days of Summer going missing. He takes off to Gatlinburg. Okay. Isn't Gatlinburg the same area that Candace was all like hanging around or something like right before Summer went missing? What kind of Gatlinburg ties are here? Sevierville. I'm sorry. I'm so bad with it. I know. Fred gets on me too about it. Whatever. Okay, next. Crystal then says... Just kidding. Kristen says, so now Don was there several times. Andy says, I didn't see him till late on the 15th. I took off on the 16th till Friday, I think. Side note, Fred says he took off on the 17th, actually, late at night, and was gone 20 days. And Fred had Andy on recording 15th, 16th, and 17th. Right? Wasn't it? You had him on the 17th, didn't you? Yeah, the morning of the 17th is what you told me. Okay, so Mind Her Business says Pam O'Connor, they all lie. And then Pam says Fred is playing her badly. And then Crystal says, so he could not have recorded you on the 16th or 17th. And then she says, now he says he didn't record Marlena. Okay. Okay, guys. You got to remember who you get the information from. If you get your information, if it's something that I repeat and I repeat something wrong, that's not Fred's fault. Okay? So if I repeat, it's with the whole like toe play shit, that's my fault. I fucked up that whole shit so bad. I couldn't keep that. I didn't realize it was that big a freaking deal like at the time. You know, I didn't know. No, I didn't know people were going to be like picking out my every single word, you know, and it was my fault. And I repeated some things that Fred had said wrong in our conversations. So make sure when you're judging Fred, you're judging him for what he said, his word, what you hear from his mouth, not from what I say Fred said, okay? Especially if you're going to judge that harshly. Fire up the back door. Oh. Pam says he's playing. Okay. Okay, so Crystal actually has some good questions, though, for Andy, but he's not answering any of them. So, I mean, he's answering a few, but she is firing them off one after another, but I do think she did have some good questions for him. Does Fred know who may be staying in the loft of Andy's where the TV and grill was? On Ryan's video. I don't know. I've been looking in chat. I don't see. Has he been typing? It is true, Ollie, but you know, all those people out there are related to each other, and they like. I don't know. They still like Andy and Fred are like second cousins or something, and it's near similar ages or something like that. But they're still, and they live near in the same area and grew up in the same area out there and stuff, I think. And they didn't really ever have a relationship. He was younger, you know? And when you're like in high school and stuff, like younger cousins, you know, just a few years is a big deal. Not to be on YouTube. Tiny shovel. So I saw Ryan's post too. We should probably go over that as well here, and I'll be fair. So going on, mind your business says, yeah, add that. I think just in case someone can prove you're wrong. Gemini says, I heard of Brandon moving from close to moving from Indiana. Then Crystal says, Brandon is Hassel's son or stepson. Do you know what she's talking about, Fred? Does Haskell have a son named Brandon? I'm trying to remember. He actually might. Fred would definitely know, though. They saw a blue letter. What they thought, they wasn't even like a blue. It was a chocolate color. They just like tried to dream up in their imagination a different color. He's probably blocked again. Yeah. We got tired of his lip the last time. Like, seriously. He's in every chat. You guys, we see enough of him around in these YouTube streets as there is. I don't need to see him over here either. Or like, he's like he just is everywhere now. Like a cockroach. It's crazy. He even looks like a cockroach in his freaking picture. Look at that with those glasses. I'm just teasing him. I seriously, really, I just think he's just, for some reason, overly annoying lately. Hey, September Virgo. Rhonda. See, guys? He never, you remember when it was hard to even get Andy to, nobody, it was like a big deal if you could talk to Andy. You guys remember those days? Oh man, now it's like you can't get enough. He's like, it's Andy overload. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like back in when Dawn and Candace were everywhere on YouTube, Now they're freaking ghost. It's like, do they take different shifts instead of like a night shift, day shift? Do they have like different season shifts or something? Maybe we should start paying attention to that. They might be taking different shifts. I don't know. I know I guarantee you there's probably a couple people who hang out in this YouTube community who are in the chats are pretty heavily, who put out a bunch of lies purposely because they know things and they don't want them to come to light. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened to Fred. Did he fall asleep? Because I want to know about Haskell. Is Brandon Haskell's son? I'll let you down. Hold on. Okay. Oh, who's that, Rhonda? So I'm trying to find out if Brandon is Haskell's son. I don't know which Brandon she's talking about. You guys, he's not. Okay, so Fred knows Haskell pretty well because of Haskell's lived around the holler, like around there in that area his whole life, just like Fred, pretty much. So, Fred grew up knowing Haskell. Fred got his first vehicle off Haskell. So, okay, Rhonda. Oh no, K-Love. Hey, Libby. So, okay, Don told me that. Okay, that's wrong. Andy said he might have on the 16th or 17th. No, I seen him on those days. So he's saying right here that Fred might have recorded him on the 16th or 17th. So how the hell did you leave on the 16th then? See what I mean with this dude? Yeah, winds of change. He is so full of it. Right? What the hell? I know he's not talking about Andy, but I'm just pretending because it's just fitting. Literally, he's going to say Fred might have recorded him on the 16th or 17th because he's seen him on those days. Well, how did you see him on those days if you were gone on the 16th? Andy, you make zero sense. Like, you better just go back to hermit mode and go away because you are going to tell on yourself. I mean, in one conversation, he's saying he left on the 16th and came back like that Friday. And now he's saying that he might have him on the 16th or 17th, and because he knew him saw him on those days. So that means, well, then if he has you on recording on the 17th, then you couldn't have left the 16th, Andy. Just like the whole Zoomers thing, you being at Zoomers at 5:30 on the 15th. Remember that? You were at Zoomers on the 15th too. At 5:30. After being over on the road at 3:45-ish. In my opinion. But anyways, I don't know. You just need to get your story lies. Your lies are coming out when you start. You can't keep them straight. So I am glad for this because Crystal's exposing, she is asking him some good questions and he's answering them. So Beverly Vineyard says, come on, Andy. The real Andy B says, I'm talking to someone right now. Diamond says, exactly. New Fight Gal says, beautiful day, innocent until proven guilty. Exactly. Oh, this one's a funny one right here. Cursed with Curiosity says, I'm starting a campaign to get Ziggy off Summer's case. What? I didn't know I was I didn't know I was an employee. I rarely, really, lately it's been so much freaking drama that it's not even been about Summer because people are making it about the wrong things because they're trying to cause confusion for some odd reason. But he said he was working out in Gatlin. He took off to Seaverville. Yeah, he did. He's told everybody, we have screenshots and everything of him telling people that's where he went was Severville, or however you say it, Sevierville, out there by Gatlinburg. He was operating a ride, like one of those fair ride things. And he's trying to say he was only gone for a few days. Calling the uppers on me. Oh my God. Oh, you mean cursed? And then Miss Yu says, which this is really interesting to see, coming from her, since like, you know, I've seen her in my chats just like a couple weeks ago in support, but now all of a sudden, you know, I mean, these people, she says, and I mean, you understand how I talk this woman off a ledge for hours. Miss Yu says, tons of discrepancies. What's his motive? Money or something else? None of us can be sure, including Ziggy. And I'm serious. I spent many hours on the phone with that lady trying to help her. Anyways, Beverly goes on to say, awesome, cursed. Okay, good to know. You don't approve of me talking about Summer, I guess, for some weird reason. I'm not assigned to her case. It's not, you know, you can't just like tell somebody they can't like talk about something. A lot of times we just go live and talk to each other, just talk about nothing, what's going on, you know? It's many of the others who make it about me and Fred or something else that's not important. A train ride, okay. A train. He was operating a train, to be exact. A train ride. Weird that he doesn't want, for some reason, that's strange that he wants to really shorten that time that he was gone. Why would he want to do that? Why would he want to shorten the length of time that he was out there in Sevierville? What would be the motive of that? Or the reasoning? You know? It's just so strange because Candace's family has a lot of ties to that industry. You know, the whole carny industry, the fairs and the rides and shit. I would guess that a lot of pervs hang around those areas because that's a kid, you know, a kid magnet, obviously. Mind your business, says they're all afraid of their lies catching up to them. If you always tell the truth, then you can't get caught up. Exactly. So it's funny that you're saying that to us because that's exactly what we say all the time. You do not, that's very, very true. You don't have to, we're not afraid of anything. Do you see us, me and Fred in the chats and everywhere you go trying to defend ourselves? Do you? Do you see us obsessing about it? No, because we know we're being honest. So we're telling the truth. You don't have anything to worry about. It's the people who are lying that for some reason they get so scared and they feel like they have to be online 24/7 to knowing what's going on all the time. It looks sus AF. Yep, chapstick. He did post up for. He didn't leave the day after. That's exactly true. He did. He did camp out for 3 days at the bottom of the driveway. He didn't leave the day after. No. Fred said that he left on the 17th. It's Andy that's trying to say he left before the 17th. It's not Fred. Fred says he has Andy on recording 15th, 16th, and 17th. And those days, he was camped down at the bottom of the driveway. That's 3 days. He was camped down at the bottom of the driveway. After that, he was gone. But for some reason, Andy's wanting to say that he was actually gone the 16th. But in these conversations here, he even says, like, oh, well, maybe Fred got me on recording on the 17th. It's like, well, how would he do that if you were gone on the 16th? I don't know, Lolly. It's weird. It's not me and Fred that's worried. I'll tell you that. You know how much me and Fred freaking talk about this case? Do you guys have any idea? Over the years, over everything he's told me, something would have clashed. Red flags would have been going off. Something. Nothing ever clashed. If there was anything that I had questions about, like there's a few times that something seemed like it clashed, I would go to him and he would clear it up, and it makes perfect sense to me. And I think a lot of these things that people are judging Fred about is actually things that I've said. Me misquoting Fred. Blame me if I misquote Fred. Judge him for his words and his words only, not me saying he said something, because I'm human and I get things wrong. Plus, he is human too. He's not going to be exact, but he's been very consistent. Exactly, Lolly. And people, have judged Fred harshly. Like the other day when I was, when Gabblegeeks was in chat and judging Fred and calling him a liar just because she said that she proved that was not caught in some kind of recording. He was just telling his opinion just like everybody else who have heard Cotton's voice. And you're going to call him a liar just because he said it was Cotton's voice, that it sounded like Cotton's voice? Last time I saw Andy on the 17th of June, he was putting their black and white pit in the Kia Soul. Is that the last time you saw that dog? Yep, Stephanie. Hey, JJ. Beverly says, well, bless your heart. And Miss Shu says, cursed with curiosity. She has crossed unforgivable lines. She shouldn't be talking about summer unless it's through her cards. Oh, okay. How's that? How have I crossed unforgivable lines, Miss Yu? Are you fucking for real? So now I am completely ostracized and completely shunned. Unforgivable? That is quite the that's like the scarlet letter, right? You know what I mean? That's like her branding me with a big S, like the scarlet letter. Or what is it, A? Branding with the A, adultery or whatever. I don't know. Why shouldn't be talking about summer? Says who? Are you fucking, I mean, come on. Who are these people? I know, right, Tasha? I just keep wishing too. Oh, yay, we have another one. Yay. Oh, she said I have crossed several unforgivable lines. Really, miss you? Okay. Oh, now I've crossed several. Okay. I'm sorry that people can't handle the truth. I mean, what the hell? All I do is tell what I know to be the truth. What lines have I crossed? And I love this comment right here from Andy. What's this fucking mean? He says, she bit off more than she knows. What the hell does that mean? Kind of sounds like a threat if you ask me. She bit off more than she knows. Okay. Literally just say that I believe you were on the road that day. And it makes me wonder, makes me feel like you're involved because you're denying it. Okay. That's it. So I bit off more than I know because that's my opinion. Really? Not everybody's going to like you, Andy. Do you know what kind of horrible things that you have stood behind about Fred, trying to insinuate he's like some kind of pedo or something, when you know he's like so far from that? He is not any type of sexual deviant. He never said ever was inappropriate with me, ever made me feel uncomfortable. Never have I heard him say anything inappropriately to somebody in a sexual way. So it's weird that you're backing things that people are saying and then trying to say, "Oh no, you're not." And then you come in my chat and say that I married a smoke signal. That means something. That mean you're saying that. What's that mean? That's basically saying that I married a big huge red flag, right? Why do you say that? Why do you think he's a red flag? You even said you don't even barely know him. Oh shit, which family reunion? Oh, you mean Andy. I see what you mean. I forgot that I'm related to him now. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Who's going to poison me? Then I was like, oh, wow, I'm very, like, wow. I just went over my head there for a second. But yeah, exactly, Karma. Don't leave my drink unattended at the family reunion. Yeah. You say just kidding, but no. I know you have to say that just so I feel Andy, like, I don't know. I think he's got some type of, I think for some reason he's just really scared. I don't know why he said she bit off more than she knows. I don't know why he says that. And he's in every single chat now that's about me and Fred. Every single one, he is there. Like, every one, people have told me. Are we in every single chat about you, Andy? Like, hardly ever. I mean, we went and go in lollies and stuff, but we don't go in like really drama stuff. We don't. I mean, some of them are funny, like the ones about Ryan and stuff. Like, I gotta admit, sometimes they're funny, just because he's just such a baby sometimes. But, I mean, Ryan says he hates me. Like, you hate me? I didn't even freaking do anything to you, dude. You're the one that freaking bamboozled me. Thank you, Tasha. I've known Fred for a few years now. It wasn't like as fast as what people think. I mean, it was in a way, but I had looked into that guy. Don't you think I suspected him too? Like at first, like the way people talked about him and stuff. Like I looked into everything about him. I know everything about him. Then I met him. I'm like thinking, this guy is Fred Hill, the supposed like scary guy. And you know, and when you're on meth too, it makes you look made him look pretty scary too. I mean, so I can see, you know, people being like, because I was at first too. So I understand it to a degree. But I would think that at this point of time, 2.5 years, almost 3 years since Summer went missing, I thought people would have seen a little bit different about Fred. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up his post here in a second because I'm gonna react. I didn't read it. I mean, I kind of glanced at it, but so Cursed with Curiosity said, miss you. I'm tired of all the lies. Enough is enough already. What lies? What lies, dude? And I'm not listening to all your video. You've been obsessively tagging me and shit. Ever since I just made one comment about something I didn't like that you said in one of your videos. Like, you were always cool before that, always hung out and chat. You never had anything negative to say. Now you're like 6 up, like level stalker almost. Seriously. You're like getting up there, like with Tragedy Pimp Exposed. Like you're probably on that level now. That's like bad, dude. Seriously, that's pretty obsessive. For real. I haven't watched one of your videos, by the way. So please stop. Stop wasting your time and energy on, but just use it on focusing on your own life, because your energy is being wasted on hate and just lies, BS, just nonsense. Just because you want to dislike somebody, she just wants to dislike me just because I had a problem with one thing she said. He is, Ava, very much so. So, new fight gal says, go on up there, Andy. Stop your lying. Diamond Eyes says, I'll try it. I don't know. It's in French, speaks French, and c'est le bon Francois. I don't know. The Innocent says, even Jody Sue said today Andy was not on the road on the 15th. Okay, so Jody Sue said it. We're going to just take it as fact. Then Miss Sue, she's a real stable one. She comes in and says, I've been wondering why Kathy allows her home to be used a motel. Ziggy and Fred barely know each other. How many days have they spent together? Let's be real. What the hell, Miss You? We don't have to. I've got Airbnbs. I don't have to fucking stay at Kathy's. Like, stop. I mean, stop dramatizing everything, trying to make stuff into something so like dramatic. And I mean, come on. It's not like some shack up place like you're thinking, you lunatic. Like, get your mind out of the gutter, weirdo. Beverly says, I agree. Let's bring Summer home. And it says, Innocent says, yep, AC. She's everywhere. Diana says, no, I don't either. And Beverly says, Joey Sue changes their story every day, too. Yep. Okay. On to the next thing. The next topic at hand. Man, was that... I started to watch a little bit of that interview over on Web Sleuths of Chris Proudfoot, and oh my god, that guy was so wasted. Like, I wish we could see her chat. Of that live, because look at this. I still have this thing on. Here, I'll take this off after I... This guy is like such a quack, guys. I'm so sorry, but people need to look into the background, like his background. I'm not saying... I know he doesn't have like a criminal background. I'm trying to get this freaking thing undone. But I don't think I believe his freaking supposed work background in journalism and being this source for Discovery Channel. I'm having a hard time believing that because he's so unprofessional. I mean, he says he hates me. That's weird. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I feel like he seems a little bit dramatic, like he likes the drama or something, a little bit. I think he likes to make things a little bit dramatic so it brings some excitement to his channel, and kind of makes people feel bad for him and like he's a victim of something, I think so too, country girl. I keep thinking he is trying to debunk the whole psychic thing, and then maybe Jen is playing along. Well, here he has something here. It says, okay, after giving consensus from all of you, because like I guess he took a poll. I don't know where this poll is, but okay. So after consensus from all of you, we will be accepting donations for search expenses. You can find the links in our channel and video descriptions. Donations will allow me to cut down on other online work and focus more on our search for missing children. Oh, like going to Florida on a possible lead for Summer Wells. You mean like that? Okay. I agree with Prayer Garden that was just a vacation. I'm sorry, but that's just absolutely ridiculous because I've heard of other leads you told me you had that are much more less ridiculous, and you didn't put anything on your channel or go do them. So you go to a random Florida location for Summer Wells lead, supposedly. Like, Florida has barely came up in this. I mean, it's not really a hot spot for anything Summer Wells. Goes on to say, they may also allow us to get equipment like sonar, a small fishing boat, diving lessons, and other helpful equipment sooner. We will not be asking for donations in our videos. Please only donate if you want to and can afford it. Donations aren't required. We do not have memberships on this channel. All videos are for everyone. We also have a few branded apparel. Oh my God, dude. Am I reading that right? Apparel. Branded. Now you're a brand. I just haven't the last couple times, Christine, but I'll wear makeup next time just for you, okay? I'll do the whole lashes and everything. I was just thinking that I hadn't done my makeup like that for a while. It's just like sometimes, you know how you get on these little kicks or whatever? It's just like that. Just get on little kicks, and then Jisoo claims Summer Moon, Utah is 8 minutes away. I don't understand this branded apparel thing. That's really strange to me. Okay? That's the thing I find more strange than I do the donations. Like, I mean, didn't he really play off the fact that he's never going to accept donations and never going to be monetized and blah, blah, blah? Didn't he used to say all that shit, or was that just Tiffany Marie? I get all these freaking liars mixed up. Anyways. It's one thing to take in donations, because I do understand it does take away, like, if people want you putting out content, it does take your time and you have to be able to make money. It's just how it is. Like, I understand that, but I find it really and even though he did try to act like he was not going to be monetized and stuff, but I do understand, okay, but what I don't understand is this branded apparel. I thought it wasn't, if it's not, he's making it about him. You know what I mean? He's making it about him and making it into a brand thing. And that shows me where his heart is, in my opinion. It just does. Like, he tried to come in like he is just like this like person coming into I don't know. It just doesn't seem genuine to me. It's weird to me. We also have a few branded apparel available at the merch link and shopping tab to show your support for the channel. If you have a special color item request, let me know and I can design new ones. We place prices at the minimum allowed by the print ship platform. Since poll has worked so well for this, we've got another one for you. After we get access to a boat and have resolution on the Holston River object, which area do you feel should be Ryan and Jen's next top priority in the search for summer. If your top choice isn't on the list, feel free to share in the comments. All waterfalls matching multiple medium descriptions. The entire chimney top mountain area. All of Beach Creek and where it empties into the river. Oh my God. Fort Patrick Henry Lake from swimming hole to dam. And more of Donna Serafina's Kingsport pins. I would just, if I was him, if I'm going to be honest, I would do the Donna Serafina thing. If I'm going to be genuine. Oh, it's the wiener. I picked the wiener. I agree, Rhonda. I agree. I think the apparel thing just really should show people that we're right about where his heart really is, because to have, I mean, yes, okay, it's different when he came in as if he is presenting himself as not making monies for the children, you know. And then it's one thing, it's the way he presented himself. You know what I mean? That's what the problem is. It's different than, you know, like, so, I mean, yeah, I had merch for a short time, but I never represented myself as like, he's trying to represent himself as like some kind of organization who searches, you know, goes out searching for missing people. You know, that's what I feel like he's trying to brand himself as. Like he's trying to, does he have some kind of nonprofit or something that he's like got registered? We need to look at, has anybody looked into this guy? Just wondering. He just seems like the type that would have a nonprofit and just be like trying to, I don't know. I just don't feel, I'm not going to spend my time looking into him. I'm not saying anybody else should. I just think he just seems kind of shady. Sorry. Where the heck is the pit buried? Which one's that? What do you mean, Carla? Can you sing my song for Ryan and Jen, my last comment? Let me see. Ew. Ew. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I want to sing it. I don't know what that song is. But exactly. You're not going to give them donations so you can sit and watch them stir poop, though. For real. But, you know. I do pick on the guy, I guess, a little bit lately, but he just is he does little things to try to, like, you know, like saying he hates me and stuff like that. Like, what the hell? Come on, grow up, guy. You for real? I know, right? It is a hustle, right? I agree. Did you know it before? Did you tell me from the beginning? I don't remember. Like when I first because I just thought he was great at first. I really did. I don't know. That was short-lived though. See, that's the thing. Yes, I can be wrong about people and have been many, many times. But usually I figured it out like pretty quickly. People don't understand with Fred. I've been talking to him since the very, very beginning of 2022. I'm kind of tired. He didn't want to have a 9 to 5. He wanted to have his outdoorsy hiking lifestyle funded and add a few missing kid heartstrings. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, it is a fun lifestyle to have funded, just like his little trip to Florida, like you're going to go to Florida on some leave for summer. That's weird. None of us who've been following the case for like 2.5 years have heard anything about Florida, and some rando that comes in, like all of a sudden gets some lead from somebody that Summers and been sighted at a park in Florida. That's odd. That's never come up before, ever, anywhere else. It's just weird. And then I knew about other things he had told me about a couple people that he thought were crazy that seemed to be giving him, pretty good leads and be adamant that they knew some things and they were locals and stuff, and he didn't give them the time of day, but he could give some random in Florida, that it's like, dude, he just is so uneducated about the case. Help me pay for some vacation. I literally think I have $2 in my name, dude. I wish. If anybody wants to help out Honey Coyotes, I don't know, go for it. Oh yeah, what was the next thing I was going to look at here? Oh yeah, that web sleuths thing. That was a doozy, right? That guy was drunk AF, right? She's live right now, huh?
What people don't understand, this has actually probably been one of the largest searches for a missing child in Sumner County history.
I want to put it back to the beginning.
Right.
And that's all that matters.
And we will always be polite to our guests. Okay, so who do we have here?
To where he first comes on panel.
Who do we have here? I've put you on the platform.
You have me and Chris.
Really appreciate you coming here. I'm going to change the banner really quickly so everybody knows it's you. But I don't know how long you've been listening.
Long enough.
Okay, you sound angry. Talk to me.
What? Very.
Talk to me. We don't want to get you. The last thing we want to do, Chris, is cause problems between you and Seth. I swear to God.
Well, I understand that, but let me help you with something.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of the information that I've been listening to on your show,
I've been listening.
questions that are coming through people, it's very sickening and disgusting, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like that freaking, oh my God, that sounds like, oh my gosh. What is that video that, oh my gosh, the honey badger thing. Oh my God. Hold on. We gotta. That's what his voice is reminding me of right now.
Easy. The honey badger has been referred to by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most fearless animal in all of the animal kingdom. It really doesn't give a shit. If it's hungry, it's hungry. Ew, what's that in its mouth? Oh, it's got a cobra. Oh, it runs backwards. Now watch this. Look, a snake's up in the tree. Honey badger don't care.
Thank you, Lucy Cat. Thank you so much. She said from Lucy, just because watching from my TV. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. But this is what I thought of when I heard him talk. I immediately thought of this guy. I was like, this is who he sounds like right now. This is who he sounds like.
Honey badger don't give a shit. It just takes what it wants. Whenever it's hungry, it just, ew, and it eats snakes. Oh my God, watch it dig. Look at that digging. The honey badger is really pretty badass. They have no regard for any other animal whatsoever. Look, and it's just grunting and ew, eating snakes. Ew, what's that, a mouse? Oh, that's nasty. Oh, they're so nasty. Oh, look, it's chasing things and eating them. The honey badgers have a fairly long body, but a distinctly thick set, broad shoulders, and, you know, their skin is loose, allowing them to move about freely.
Okay, back to the scheduled program. You get the point.
So let me go ahead and address a few things and help y'all out.
Okay.
Chloe, you're the PI.
Here we go.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you. You haven't even called me. You ain't done anything, first off.
Heather has
Heather
been
is the only one. Heather is the only one who has reached out to me or to my wife.
I
So for you
actually
to
reached
sit on
out
this
to
show
you
and sit here
a month
and
or
give
so ago.
information that you have, that you don't have all the answers to, is a problem.
Okay, well, Chris, help us understand, because I know Chloe, and Chloe wants to help. And the last thing Chloe would do is want to put out misinformation. And the problem is...
I understand that. So let me just smash something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, first and foremost, anything that goes on between me and my wife is not a damn bit of anybody's personal business. I don't care what you think. I don't care what y'all got to say. That'd be like me splashing all your business out to the world.
Splashing all your business out.
It does not matter what goes on in my house. We're looking.
It doesn't matter what goes on in your house. Are you fucking serious, dude? Your child's missing. Who you wanted to make sure in this interview, because I watched a little bit of it earlier, you wanted to make sure that people knew he was your child. Your child. It doesn't matter that he was your stepchild. He's your child. So he's your child. And you don't think it matters what's going on in your house? Does that even make sense? Quacker. Quacker. I said quacker because of Sin's little ducks in the chat. I'm so stupid sometimes. I don't know why I think I'm so funny. He's got his panties all in a wad. I know, right? Chris has a clap. Clap again, I see. Oh, man, this guy. He's definitely drunk. He's on drunk. He sounds like to me that he's on Xanax and alcohol. It sounds like an alcoholic. Both of them, I think, probably have an alcohol problem, and especially now, and they probably are on pills as well.
Looking for my son.
My son.
That's real simple.
Your stepson, right?
It doesn't matter. Stepson, my son. All the kids are treated as if they're your own. There is no title, a stepson, a son. It does not matter. That boy is loved by me just like he is my own. Just like he's my own.
Okay, Chris, may I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been doing this for a long time, and let me tell you why people are asking personal questions about you and your wife. Okay, it's because of the situation in which Sebastian has gone missing, and they're wondering if whatever happened between you and your wife, does it have something to do with Sebastian going missing? I swear to you, it's not to be nosy. It's not to be rude. It's just trying to figure out what happened to Sebastian. And
Okay, so let me make this even crystal clear for you.
okay,
And everybody out there that's got all these negativity, disgusting comments and questions that y'all think you know anything about, when honestly, you don't know a damn thing. And that's the problem. You assume, you speculate, all this crap. You have no idea what me, my family, my wife, everybody involved is going through, to include Seth, his mom, and everybody else.
okay.
Because it's the vile, disgusting crap that comes out of people's mouth. Yes, I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
Okay, and I understand, and I hear what you're saying.
Well, it's 2.0. Yeah.
But again,
So let me help y'all with something. 'Cause
okay,
y'all said some shit that's really, y'all have no, it's really none of your damn business. But since you brought it up, I'm clearing.
okay.
My parents didn't go to Alaska 2 days after he went missing.
I don't think
Why my
anybody said
parents
that.
went to Alaska was
That is
because
fine.
my stepfather went for work.
Okay, nobody said they went 2 days after he went
Oh
missing.
no,
They
it's
said,
out there. Trust me, because I have
Okay, I
terabytes.
did not say that.
nobody
didn't say
said that
you.
here.
I
Okay,
said people.
okay.
Now I have terabytes of videos of Seth on here saying some vile stuff. I've got videos of everybody and their comments out here.
But
Trust
let's,
me, what I'm bringing to you is not that I'm just pulling stuff out of the air.
I understand. No, and Chris, I'm glad you cleared that up. That's a
So,
good,
and by the way, they didn't go for a month.
okay.
They went for
Crazy,
2 weeks.
Rhonda.
My stepdad went on business. My mom went with him, but it's really nobody's business.
Well, but Chris, let me, and please understand, I swear to God, I'm coming from a place of understanding because I've been doing this for years. Okay. Here's the thing. When you ask the public for help, they're going to look at everything and try and figure out what happened to Sebastian. And let me from an outsider looking in, it's okay. His parents left town shortly after. Was there a reason? Did they take Sebastian with him? It is speculation that I am sorry it's hurtful to you, and I understand it. And that's why it's important that you clear it up. Just clear it up. Nobody's trying to be hurtful or mean. I promise you, we've all been asked to help find Sebastian. And this is what we do. We try and think outside.
I was watching this earlier, and I was actually, I think Fred was listening too, and I was just saying to Fred, I said, this dude, he would not, if your child was missing, you're not going to be worried about what people are saying about you. You just, you don't care. You're not going to care about that stuff. Like, really. You're going to be like, what the fuck ever. This guy is way too invested in worried about what people are saying about him. That's not really normal. Like, your focus when you have a child missing is on trying to figure out what happened to your child. You know what I mean? It's not like defending yourself. Like you might once in a while, but this guy's whole focus, his whole livelihood seems like defending himself. I was just showing, what do you mean is Kathy lying? What do you mean? I was just showing screenshots of that I was sent from your live. The things people were saying in the chat about me and Fred were hurtful, I think is what hurt Kathy. But I don't know why you said Kathy's lying. She's not even the one that sent me those screenshots. So that's weird. Why would you blame it on Kathy? there were some people saying some, but I did give it to you, Crystal, that you asked him some pretty good questions. You got him to answer some. I think that you got him caught up in some lies, so I do appreciate that. Hey, I did give you props when it's due. Seriously. I was just going over some of your screenshots people had sent me. I don't really like to sit there and hear a bunch of lies about myself or, somebody I care about. It's so tiring having to defend yourself all the time, and it just gets really old. So, like, after a while, you learn, like, the best thing is just out of sight, out of mind. And, occasionally it comes up and you address it. But I was sent screenshots I didn't watch your live. I was sent screenshots of the chat. And I think what was said in the chat was the things, like what they were saying about me and Fred. Like, they're just, like, very judgmental. Some things people were saying were just, like, hateful from what I heard. And, but you did ask good questions to Andy. I can't think of specifically right this second. You just seem like really, like, been so obsessive about Fred ever since, like, for some odd reason. I don't understand why. I mean, and I saw too, like, I don't know, some of you guys are just. Yeah, I don't even know how Kathy even got brought into it, to be honest, because it wasn't even her that sent me the screenshots. So, I mean, maybe one, but I got screenshots from several people. But it wasn't her it was several people that was talking about it to me, how they were offended about some of the things that were being said, because they know there's a few people who know me and Fred better than everybody else because, like, we've spent a lot of time with them, like Kathy, for instance. And now all of a sudden to look, did you say things about looking into, I mean, I don't know. Why attack Kathy? Like, people in the chat saying things that are giving Kathy a hard time for trying to do good things and stuff, and giving her a hard time because she's friends with Fred or she's friends with me, like, trying to shame her, basically. It's just like gross to me. I saw a lot of people, but it wasn't really Kathy that told me. I heard from other people that they felt bad for Kathy. So I don't know. I just figured she was attacked because of what people told me happened in the chat. It wasn't even Kathy who said she felt attacked. Maybe she said it in this chat, but I just assumed from what other people were saying, because they said they felt bad for her and stuff. So I figured people were being rude to her. Okay, Rhonda, let me make sure you're yeah, that's fine if you guys blocked her. It's okay. After a while, you can only deal with so much for one night. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Yep. Rhonda. Oh. Your emails were really nice. But yeah, I know about those ones that you're saying. And yeah, that channel, that's the one. I had a protective order against her for 2 years. It just expired last month. But guess what? She ran from it from being served for the whole 2 years. It was at 6 Up Media. She still wouldn't, she never would accept that she freaking was a stalker and is a stalker and still is obsessive about me to this day. Trying to time out party. Yeah, I mean, she can trying to kind of smells like maybe somebody would be my daughter is cooking, and it just might want to go check here in a second. Yeah, Rhonda, and you're not the only one that said that too. Like several people said it. That's like and people were really actually upset. So I hate that. That's what you do, Crystal. You blame people. I know you can't freaking type back, and I'm not trying to be unfair, but that's what you do. You blame people like for things that like how you just blamed Kathy for something like it was her fault because you did the same shit. What was that recently? You were doing the same shit about blaming somebody else. You like attack subscribers and stuff. Like you attack people who aren't even like up on YouTube. It's weird. Yeah, they were telling why. I just don't understand why not. I don't understand it, but whatever. No way. I'm not talking to her. No, this show is not about her at all. These people are trying to get my attention so bad, and it's so annoying. I'm not going to give them what they want, really. You know, how desperate do you have to get? Like, tag me every single video. You know, then you're going to try to start some kind of petition against me, like I'm like some horrible person. You know, like now 3 years after Summer went missing, and you know, and knowing Fred since the beginning of 2022, like for some reason I don't know. I'm a horrible person, I guess, because I'm with Fred, I guess. And I'm talking about Summer. I guess I understand people don't know Fred like I do. I do understand that, and I try to look at other people's point of view, but it gets frustrating for me because I feel like by now, like it just feels like some people should know better on certain things, but I try to be understanding. Oh yeah, and my child too. My daughter, she's 16. Guys, like, and my daughter and me are really, really close. Like, And like I said, Fred's not some kind of sexual deviant weirdo. Like, you guys I'm sorry. You have no idea. He was with the same woman for 20 years and literally nobody else. And that's just, I mean, you have no idea. This guy is so much more innocent than you have any. It's kind of funny. Because he's so much more innocent than what people think. He is one of the most misunderstood people. But I relate to that because I've been like that myself. You know what I mean? Like, I've been very misunderstood. Hey, Raybird. Yes, we'll move on to Chris Proudfoot. This was, we got had a little disruption there, and I have to pee anyways. The thing is, like, Fred's not even up here yet, and and yes, he is in a halfway house. Like I said, the cash tag is Iron Gate Recovery. If anybody was wanting to help with his rehab and stuff like that, you just put Fred Hill in there. So he is definitely staying there. Yes. No, he's not staying at Kathy's. Like, he's been there at Kathy's a couple times. But, like, she doesn't live, like, right around the corner. It's not like it's like a hop, skip, and jump, like, away, where it's super simple for him to just go over to Kathy's all the time. I mean, it's a once in a while thing. Like, he's been there, like, I think a few times. Wait, what is Crystal saying? Drama's still going on. So most of the people that are unhappy are not really your friends right now. So just carry on, sister. No matter what you say, they still won't be happy. I know. And that's what I've learned over time too. That's why people will be like, why don't I address this or address that or watch this live or have, what was the one? Somebody wants me and Fred know the truth. We're not really worried about, like, that somebody came in and said, oh, you should get the records at the tow place or whatever, or the scrap yard or something. It's like, why should we're not the ones worried about it. You guys are. You go get it. He's not worried about it. He knows the truth. If he's not, like, he has other things to spend his time on, and it tries not to focus on this YouTube drama. I mean, he does watch some things. He does watch it. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, BC. Suzanne. She's like, I unsubscribed from Crystal because she's stupid. That's what she said. I know, Daisy. I think so. I don't know why people get so mad when somebody else is happy or just trying to upset somebody. Like, there's a few people on this platform who are just destined to try to ruin my life for some reason. And if they can't do it through me directly, they're like going through people connected to me, like Fred, and then they do the same thing to Fred, and it's just crazy. Oh, I agree. Suzanne, read Sebastian a card sometimes. Oh, I know, Rhonda. I know that Fred. Fred's heart, and I know that you know him better than he'll talk to anybody. You know, he'll message with anybody as long as you're respectful. If you start talking shit about me or asking really weird stuff, like he might block you or not, or stop responding. But so anyways, let's listen to a little bit of this.
The box. We try and ask questions and think outside the box and figure out what has gone on.
But
It is
your
not
problem with
meant.
thinking outside of the box does nothing but cause speculation. It causes people to call in tips that don't mean anything, that you're taking sources away from the investigation because Joe Schmo down the street thinks that my family owns a cemetery. We own a funeral home. Like, where in the hell do you get up with this stuff?
Okay.
Not you. I'm saying the public.
And so that, Chris, that's why it is great that you're here, because we want to clear this up and help you get it out. And I'm going to tell you something, Chris, when it comes to the general public, they're always going to be calling in crazy tips and doing crappy things. And all we can do is say, that's not us. We are not doing that.
Well,
But
It doesn't
and
matter,
I
though.
did want to
That
clear
does
it up.
not
Chris.
matter.
I
Doesn't
did want
matter
to clear it
one
up, Chris.
iota.
I
Chris?
did reach out to you on March 17th, publicly and privately. You responded to me publicly. You asked me to ask my question publicly. I did. You didn't respond. I reached out to you privately again. So I have reached out to you.
Where in the public? Where?
I reached out to you on Facebook. I reached out to you on Facebook Messenger privately. You've never read my message.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but a lot of the bullshit that I get in Facebook.
No, that's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
not-
I just want to make it clear
Can I explain to you?
Yeah.
You send me messages along with thousands of other people.
I understand that. And that's why I took it public. And you did respond to me and asked me to ask my question publicly because you wanted whatever answer you were going to give to be public to clear it up.
What was the question that you asked me? Since I neglected your question.
And that's not what I'm saying.
question?
That's not what I'm saying. I want to make it clear that I haven't not tried to reach out to you.
And Chris, I know you're mad. God, I can feel it. I can hear it, and I understand it. You've got to believe me when I tell you this. Please, if you can dial it back a bit and get us some of these answers and let us help you clear up this bull so it doesn't interfere anymore. And like I said, you're always.
Sorry, I had to walk away for a second, but she's pretty good. I watched a little bit of this earlier. What's her name again? The redhead. She was pretty good at trying to calm her down. And so actually also the other girl at the top who's on camera is also pretty good at like calming down, mediating situations, or what's the word? Cooling down a situation. He was obviously wasted. But that's sometimes the best time to try to. He's definitely like another Don Wells.
It's going to have crazy people interfering and coming up with rumors, and it's so maddening and frustrating, and I hate it. It pisses me off more than anything, and anybody that knows me knows
It
that.
pisses you off? You're not in our shoes.
I know.
You haven't been in our shoes.
Okay, well, you don't know that, but I haven't been in your shoes and missing a child, no. But believe me, I can understand what you're going through, and what I'm saying is we can help you, Chris. We can help you, all right? Anybody here in this chat that asked about a cemetery, it's because somebody else brought it up. Just tell us.
Exactly. And my question comes back to, where do these people come up with this crazy crap?
That's a $1 million question. I don't know.
Yeah, online.
Let's clear it up. Let's clear it up for you. Let us help you.
You're saying
See, I don't think it's normal to get that mad. I don't think it's normal to get this mad about when. Don't you want people like in your business? So, I mean, who cares? Like, I don't know. I don't think people would be. He seems a little bit mad. Hold on. Anyways, sorry, I was reading a message. You hear Sebastian's bio dad came on. Oh, was it later on in this? No, I'll fast forward to it though.
Wearing long black pants. Think of the 1970s style Adidas style pants. You know, had the white stripes down the side. That style of pants on. He had a long sleeve shirt, not a sweatshirt, not a hoodie, a long sleeve shirt. On the front of that shirt is probably one of three depictions: Halloween, Star Wars, or Minecraft.
Okay.
So, Chris, I know that Sebastian didn't have very many pairs of shoes because his feet were growing, and Katie would toss them out pretty quickly after he grew out of them. But is there a reason we can't confirm which shirt if it's just one of three?
I didn't say one of three. I said one of three depictions on a shirt.
Okay, so that's
So
three
there's
different shirts, right?
Say again. I'm sorry.
So I don't know if we're saying the same thing or something different, but are you saying there's three different possible shirts he was wearing? Like he had three different black long sleeve shirts. One had Halloween on it. One had Minecraft
What I'm
on it.
telling
One
you,
had Star
no,
Wars.
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I said he had a long sleeve black shirt on, and on that shirt had one of three depictions. I didn't say he had three. I didn't say anything. I just said one.
okay.
Right.
Can
I'm just confused by how have you not been able to identify which of those three depictions is missing?
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Can you tell me every single shirt in your closet right now and everything that's on
No,
your shirt?
but if I had
Okay,
to
then.
choose between
Right, but
three
wait a
of
minute.
them, if
But
I had
hold on a
to
minute.
choose between three of them,
She's confused. I can already tell. I mean, I can tell like what he's trying to say. And dang it, I was supposed to grab my drink when I was out there. Shit. Did you guys say Chris Proudfoot comes on at some point here? Or not Chris, I mean, Seth. Like, right here?
Stacy, I believe Seth is here.
Oh, right here. Whoa.
Seth, I am so glad that you are here, my dear. Thank you very much. Seth, what would you like to say now?
I got a few questions to ask Chris.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
You can,
Oh,
yes,
I
he
can
can
hear
hear you.
Hey, Chris. So why
Yes.
is it that you texted me the other day about something I'd already sent Katie an email?
Say it. All right, say it one more time. All I heard was something about an email sent.
Why did you text me about an email I sent on Monday to Katie?
Because I didn't see the information what you're referring to as Tony Mathis's phone number. I didn't see it. So that's why I asked for it.
I mean, come on, Chris. If we're going to work together, more than a week communication between the
Seth?
people that I'm sending stuff to you and Katie.
Okay, so hear me out.
Not proper.
I told you. I told you.
Okay.
I told
Let's
you,
not come
Seth,
into
that we will work
okay?
together.
All right.
I explained to you that I'm willing to work with you. You asked me some questions in regard to this dog handler. You asked me questions in regards to going on a social media platform. You've asked me questions about hiring a PR person that will speak for all of us and keep everybody off of these platforms. That's what you asked. Now, If you think I'm not going to do my homework and dig into people and find out who they are first, you're crazy. Because I would expect you to do the exact same thing if I gave you a name.
Sorry, I just got back here. So
I don't know what's going on, but did that solve it? I hope.
Oh,
Seth?
is Seth gone? It looks like he's
Uh-oh.
gone.
I think so. Wait, is this Seth? Did Seth jump off? Let's see. We've got me, Stacy.
Yeah. How about
It
I'll,
looks like he fell
I'll
off.
get off the panel. I'm sure that'll make a lot of people in the chat happy. But I just wanted
Oh, stop it.
I just wanted to say that, you know, I understand what
was
I've
that
seen.
the
What
only
I've seen
time?
from the beginning is that
Was that the only time that he came up there? Right, that's true. That's true, BC. He calls in again. Yeah, I know Smiley had them on.
there was sides chosen. Now I know you're saying because of this and because of that, but it was Seth good, Proudfoot's bad, and everybody has been in those camps, and they never really got a chance to breathe, and that's probably why Katie went to be with him, because she probably was scared to stay at home by herself, given these lunatics like JLR, et cetera, running around, chanting and screaming. It's insane.
Oh, I agree. It's horrible.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
that's
it
just
should not be that way.
That's just kind of where I'm coming from. I appreciate communicating with him. We've had nothing but good conversations, and that's it. I mean, that's all I can do. And I've never seen anything that made me go, God, ooh, that's, it's weird. I mean, I don't know. I watched the same things you guys have. But anyways, yeah, see you later, guys out there.
Okay. See ya.
Take care, Gray.
Bye, Gray.
Does anybody know where Seth went?
I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks.
I do know, I think up in his area, he doesn't have like the greatest signal, because a lot of times when we talk, his
You know what?
phone, he will drop.
Do you want to ask him if he wants to call me rather than go on the internet? Just call me on the phone, and I can put him on and to be a really, really strong signal. I mean, it'll sound really good.
Well, I think it's just like his cell signal up there is not the greatest.
Oh, it's his cell. Okay.
Yeah.
But if he wants to,
I mean, if he's on his cell phone, let me.
Heather, if you want to give him my number, and Chloe has it, feel free. And he can, if it's better for him to call me rather than to jump online.
I'm texting him.
Okay, we can do that. So, hey guys, I don't want to talk about other creators in chat, so let's not do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Agree.
yeah, let's just. I mean, I don't want to give them any.
Right. So let's get to our next question.
Okay, next question. Let me take a look at my notes. Yeah, because I just wrote some things down. Have you had? And I may have asked this and I forgot, Chris. My mind is sometimes mush. Have you had search dogs inside the house and outside?
Yes, ma'am, I have. Yes, I sure have.
And what did the dogs hit outside?
So, as you know, if anybody has followed Mr. Gray's, what he was talking about, the dog and the trail and the scent and the overlay on the picture. So there anywhere from 13 to 18 different dogs have been involved in this search.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on day one, there was 5 dogs. 5. There's an audio dispatch tape that's been released. I don't know who released it. Whatever, I don't have it, but you'd have to dig it and find it. In that audio tape, you actually hear that the deputy sheriff does state that the dog hints toward a scent and takes over off to the retention pond and the construction site next door.
Okay.
Now, other dogs did the exact same thing. Now, Am I going to say every single dog? No, but I do know of at least 3 dogs that went on the same scent trail, same path. The rest of the dogs, I'm not going to tell you that they are 100% honest and perfect and accurate, because
Sure.
honestly, dogs are only probably 25% reliable when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to a scent.
Okay.
Now, 8 days, I've had dogs in my house the first 8 days. In my house, outside my house, around my house, around the
Mhm.
neighborhood. So, yeah.
For some reason, he wants to add in the extra info that dogs are only about 25% reliant. That's, I don't know. There might be a reason for that. It's a huge cooter punch. You could tell like later on that he's sobered up. When he first called him, he was like really fucked up. He's sobered up now. He sounds more like clear-minded. He must have ran out of alcohol or something.
So they've been there, and yeah, so they did, you're saying they did hit and they all went to that pond.
No, I
No?
didn't say all of that. I just told you I've had 13 to 18 dogs in my house and around my house.
Mm-hmm.
I told you 3 different dogs hit on the same path that go to that retention pond.
Right.
I'm
That's
not going to say that every other dog.
Not every dog, but some dogs hit. Okay.
Right. So, but I want this to be crystal clear.
Okay.
So when people say every dog, that is not the case. 3 dogs went on the same path.
Okay.
That is all that we have on that. The rest of these dogs go in different directions, but it's all unreliable.
Understood. We do have a question from Michelle. Chris, was Ellie able to go in and search the cave they said had collapsed about 10 feet in? I haven't heard this.
Okay, so Ken Widener is the EMA director for Sumner County. They called in all kinds of stuff, got layouts with where these caves were. I don't believe, and I'm not telling you by the gospel,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe they were able to get into certain caves because they were not safe to enter.
Okay.
The one that she is referring to that collapsed, honestly, we know that the one collapsed. We don't believe they had anything to it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get my notes. I was taking notes while we were talking. Let's see here. Hold on. So people have been asking, and I don't mean to sound insulting, but people are asking, are you searching? Are you putting up flyers? That's what they're asking.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, and here's why they're asking that question. No, you're not going to find pictures of us out there doing this, because it's real simple. We, all 3 parents, initially were told in the beginning not to go out and search, that we needed to be available to talk to law enforcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Seth has been out there searching and doing his thing. He's had a bunch of people following him. Whether or not he chose that or these people decided to do it on their own accord, that's not for me to say. But we, Katie and I, are not going to have some big, massive search party following us around with a bunch of people that are already threatened death threats, by the way, to us. You know, I'm not doing that. If you were in my shoes, you'd do the same thing. You listen to law enforcement. You do what they tell you to do. Yes, we're out there putting up signs. Yes, we're out there putting up flyers. Yes, we are searching.
Chris, I'm sorry. Did you just say you guys are getting death threats?
Yes, we've been getting death threats. And they have been reported to the TBI. Everything gets forwarded, screenshot, and sent straight to them.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, everyone. I have Seth on my phone. on my JBL speaker.
Here we go.
Seth, I want to give you a chance to talk uninterrupted. So please go ahead.
All right. Mainly, Chris, the communication needs to be a little bit more prompt. If I send you an email on Monday and Tuesday, I'm not willing to wait a week to get a response back.
Yep.
I mean, that's unacceptable when we're trying to find Sebastian, buddy.
I understand what you're saying. I respect that. But when it comes to you asking people to come into my house on my property, who I don't know Adam from Eve, and I really don't care what certification, who can vouch for these people, I don't care. I'm going to do exactly what I have always been doing. You send that to me,
Okay, well,
we're going to review it, and then we're going to send it to
I'm
law
gonna interrupt you,
enforcement.
Chris.
Let law enforcement go that route,
The
and then when law
spokesperson
enforcement comes,
speak for us doesn't
Hold on.
need to be on your property.
Hold
see,
on,
this
Chris.
is
Chris, hold on one second. Hold on. Seth, what did you say?
I said the person to be our spokesman to speak for all three of us doesn't need to be on your property.
Okay,
But
Chris.
yeah,
you're
you
correct.
have
You are
spoken
very correct.
to him
I have spoken to him,
when
and I'm going to make this public. I am back working, and I have work hours. I also have to sleep, and unfortunately, I'm on the opposite schedule of you. So respect that.
Okay, you can still respond on the opposite.
I will do what I
When did you
can
speak
as
with
I
him,
can
Chris?
when I can.
I'm sorry, Seth, go ahead.
when did you speak with him, Chris?
What does that got to do with finding Sebastian?
If he's going to be our spokesperson, I was just asking when you spoke with him.
I haven't come up with an answer yet. We've spoke with him. We told him we'll get back with him after we've done some consideration and talking with law enforcement. We'll get back to it, and we'll let him know our decision.
So,
I know you're on board with that. I do. I mean, I know you're 1,000% on board with Mr. Mathis. I got that. I'm not taking that away from you.
So, Chris, I understand like every marriage is different, and husband-wife aspect. You seem very protective of Katie and her having conversations with or without you. But like I said before you came on, I do believe that Katie is the one who, and I'm not saying it's because she knows what happened to Sebastian, but she was the last person that was with him. And so she does hold the most information, at least up until the point that he went missing.
What information do you think she holds?
Well,
Is this guy not like right in his head? Like I heard some earlier. I didn't play it during this live. I watched it part of this, some of the earlier live earlier today, and he just really acts not very smart. Like does he realize he has a child missing? Right? He does. I mean, it doesn't make sense that he's worried about people looking into. He doesn't he understand that that's what people do when a child's missing? They check into the parents. They're gonna check into every freaking move, everything around you, everything you've ever done in your life. They're gonna find freaking everything. I mean, think about how much shit they try to find on my life and amplify that times like a million. That's what's gonna happen to you. That's normal, and you shouldn't really care. It might be kind of irritating and stuff at times, but at first, for a very long time, you shouldn't fucking care. I would think at the very beginning months you wouldn't care because you would be so desperate to get your child home that you wouldn't care if people were talking shit about you. Just don't think so.
I'm going to get to that.
Well, then do me a favor. Let's just get to it.
Okay.
Don't pour gravy on the mashed potatoes. Just serve the stuff up.
Chris, I'm really trying to be respectful, and this is a very
I am too. So please just get to it.
Okay.
No,
so
you're
we would
interrupting.
really love to hear from Katie about his body language that day. We've heard from others who are not necessarily good sources about his body language at the bowling alley and his body language here and there. And so we're just really trying to pick up on Sebastian's mood because it could help us understand what led to him walking away off the front porch out the front door.
Exactly.
Well, that is something that if she decides to answer, that's on her. But what I know is
That's true,
even on video, Sebastian was having a great day. He was in a great mood. He got to go to BJ's. He had a colossal popcorn. He hung out with family. He went and played video games at Strike and Spare. After that, he went and had dinner at Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. He ate his whole meal. I mean, everything in the video, even the videos that Seth has seen, he doesn't show any negative signs of he's upset or anything like that. As far as we all know, Sebastian had a great day.
Yeah,
no, I mean, it sounds like a really great day. I mean, they did a lot.
I don't believe it. I think something happened. You're going to try to tell us that he had a great day? So now you're telling me not only did he disappear but there's zero motive. He was having a great day. Okay. See, he just took off because he was having a great day. He just disappeared. Like, oh, you're telling us. Okay, he walked off. Nothing was going on. Nothing was up. I understand he's autistic and stuff, but he's high functioning. He's not like one of those ones that wonder. I don't know. There's something weird about that. I feel like he wants people to believe very much so that nothing was wrong with Sebastian. He was in this great mood. And it's 1:11, by the way. No way, Dee. Are you serious? Shut up. Did peppermint candy actually really come up? I know, right? Why would he run away if his day was just so good? You think she kicked him out the door, Suzanne? I know. Like, that's the only other reason. I mean, if that's true, like that he was having a great day, then that's what it makes me think. If that's actually the truth. But to me, if he was just looking so happy if he was supposedly, I don't know, something had to have happened from the time that, from the time they got done eating, right? Because they went straight home from eating. I really believe Chris was home and he's got Sebastian gone. Something must have happened after they went to eat or something on the way home. And she had to contact Chris, and they stayed on the phone for 3 hours. I wonder if they were able to check his phone pings and stuff like that. Like if he was moving. You know what I mean? I'm sure they've checked that, wouldn't you think? But he supposedly claims in this interview that he passed the polygraph with flying colors, and that is quoted. He said it exactly like that, with flying colors. You don't think he came home after Texas Roadhouse? I wonder if they gave him a drug test before he took the polygraph, because he really sounded like he was on Xannies on the beginning of this live. Seriously, he sounded like he was like very inebriated. I mean, bad. He was slurring very bad. Hopefully he's a worse drunk though than Don. Like, hopefully he's not such hopefully he's not as much of a functioning addict as Don is, because Don's like a functioning addict and is obviously like, because that used to be the whole thing. Like, people would try to get him to call in at night when he was, because he'd be drinking at night, and you think, oh well, maybe he'll be looser with his tongue and talk more, if you get him on the phone at night when he's drinking. But no, like, Don is a very functioning addict and is able to keep his lies going. Very manipulative con artist. Hopefully Chris Proudfoot isn't as clever, as much as, I guess, a clever criminal like Don. I can't believe I even give Don that kind of credit. But Chris is guilty, is too defensive, and has a really bad attitude, and acts like all questions are below him to have to answer, no matter if it helps to find the stepson or not. Yeah, that's really weird that they didn't have camera system. That's so strange. How are you going to make us believe that BS? Like, you freaking for real. Sorry about my language, but you work for a freaking security alarm. You're an actual installation technician for an alarm company, and you're going to tell us that you don't have an alarm system. Okay, red flag. Chris loses it when Seth asks Chris' mother meeting Katie at 5:30 a.m. Oh, wow. Is that true? Did Chris's mother meet Katie at 5:30 a.m.? Oh, really? Are you okay? Whoa. Oh God, here he's in play mode, whatever. Oh, great. He likes to be roughed up. Somewhere between the restaurant and their house. Yep. If Chris does a live from the John, I'm done. Right, Coco? I know, right? His family's connected to LE. I've heard that. Matching cars. I heard that. Yeah, I think he's kind of a mama's boy from how I've heard, what I've heard. So, and from people that seem to know Chris from his, for a while, like they've been close to him. Yeah, it sounds like he's a mama's boy. So that makes me suspicious of his parents for sure. Because, like, yeah, I mean, especially when you hear or hear things about, it's concerning when you hear from people who have known him about rumors that Chris's mom was concealing the fact that Chris had essayed his cousin, and she tried to cover it up. So if she's willing to do that, what else is she willing to do?
I was just curious, and like I said, I mean, every relationship is different, and you're protective of Katie and who she communicates without you. And I think that
for the
has,
record,
I think that has
but
been a
for the
little bit
record,
difficult.
but right, hold on a second. But for the record, Katie can speak when she so chooses,
Yep.
and she's done interviews without me.
No, I'm not talking about interviews.
But she spoke without me.
Okay.
I heard Seth kind of laugh.
I want to clear up something that Chris said about Sebastian going to live with Seth. And Chris, you may ask, what does this have to do with Sebastian missing? It's all part of the narrative. It could mean he ran away. And that is, Chris, did you not say that he was not looking forward to going to live with his father?
Yes, I did state that.
Seth, did you know this?
Nope.
Chris, do you want to elaborate?
And I'll tell you why.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will be glad to elaborate.
Become a question.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. I'm sorry, Seth. Start over. And then Chris, we'll go to you. Seth, go ahead.
But I know why I was putting him in online school. He needed his therapy to actually have been started with ABA, so on and so forth, before I put him back into the situation, because he's not ready for certain things.
Okay. So he was going to go.
I'm not going to set my son up for failure. I want my son to succeed.
He was going to homeschool until he was ready to go back to regular school. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And it's not really homeschool. I mean, it's just online school.
Okay. Online. Right. Online school. That's a better term. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said homeschool. Right. Online school. Totally different.
Really quick, Chris, the day that they had on Sunday with the spaghetti pancakes and bragging to family and BJ's and Texas Roadhouse and bowling and all of these, like, it sounds like the best day ever. Was that like a normal weekend for them, or was it like, it just...
Good question.
I don't know. Was that like their normal weekend?
Right. Well, do me a favor. Let's pause that question, because you just diverted away from what?
Oh my God. Why pause that question? I want to know that question. No, don't divert away from that question. That was such a good question. That is seriously one of my biggest questions. Was that a normal weekend? Very good question. And here he goes. What's he going to say? How is he going to divert? What are spaghetti pancakes? I don't know. Sounds kind of gross to me, but I bet Fred knows. I don't know if Fred's still listening, but I know they went Harley shopping. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know what spaghetti pancakes are. I've never heard of them. I'm trying to think what they are. I don't know. I can't imagine. It kind of sounds gross to me. Ew, okay. Doesn't sound good to me, but here, let's hear what he's about to BS he's about to say. Gosh.
She asked, and let's clear this out.
Okay, go ahead,
We
Chris.
want the facts. Let's get the facts straight.
Okay.
So yes, I did tell you Sebastian was not excited about going to his father's house because online school.
Online
Seth
school.
was aware of this because Seth stood in my house with me, Katie, and Sebastian in my kitchen and had this conversation where Seth asked his son about, you don't want to go to online school? And Sebastian's retort was, no, I don't. But I don't really care about playing tit for tat. I understand that this may be a reason why he wanted to run away, so to speak, if that's the case.
Right.
But we're not going into this. We're not going to play this tit for tat on social media. We're not doing this.
Okay, Seth, go ahead.
Chris, unbeknownst to you, had already talked to Sebastian. He knew this wouldn't be a permanent thing. And me and him had already spoke.
Well, that right there is a conversation you should have had with Katie and myself about what your plans were.
I'm sorry, do you want?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
What Seth was saying is that if I had known the conversation that him and Sebastian had, then I would know the whole thing. But the downside is that's where Seth should have had that same conversation with me and Katie, and that didn't happen.
Oh my God,
But
Rhonda, that's
this
crazy.
goes right back to, here's the thing. If you're saying that because he didn't want to go live with his dad, he potentially ran away, is that a possibility? Sure, we'll put that out there.
Okay.
But quite honestly, what goes on between Seth, me, his mom, and our households is none of the public's business. If it had something to do with his disappearance, I would understand that, but it doesn't.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, I understand.
He literally did he just contradict himself? Didn't he just say the exact opposite thing, or am I hearing I don't want to re-listen to that. Did he just seriously contradict himself? He said it could have something to do with for some reason he wants people to believe that it could have been possible that Sebastian ran away because of moving to live with Seth. For some reason, Chris wants people to know that, like, that's some kind of possibility. But then what? Hold on. He just really confused me.
That's why we're making this clear.
And that's why I asked about his day, because I
Let's
didn't
go back
know.
to the day. Okay, go ahead, Megan.
No, okay. So, Chris, you don't know me very well. I have 2 decades of experience working with autistic children in different capacities. So I do understand they are all different. I do understand that day may have been very overstimulating for him. So that's why I was asking if that was a normal day for him. And if it wasn't, that just gives me more information that maybe he was very overstimulated that day.
Chris?
All right, so one more time, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
I was just saying, in my experience with autistic children, obviously they're all different. But if this was not a normal day for Sebastian on Sunday when he went and did all of these things, and it sounds like he was gone from home for a while. If this wasn't a normal day for him, would this have been an overstimulating day for him? Is this something normal? Does he normally go to BJ's and bowling and all of these things on a weekend? Or was this kind of like a special thing? And if it was a special thing, what caused it to be special? Was there an occasion?
If it was a special thing, a mother and a son bonding and just having a good time.
I'm not being ugly.
Oh, interesting. He's getting freaking defensive. He's getting defensive about this question. Funny how he tried to avoid it earlier, and now he's getting defensive. Mm-hmm.
At all.
I'm not. I'm making the
I mean,
statement.
is this a normal day for them on a weekend?
It very
for them to do
our
all
days fluctuate. Monday through Friday, we're a working family, just like everybody else out there. And when the weekend comes, that's when you get a lot of stuff done. You go a lot of places, you do a lot of things. And a lot of times that's where, you know, you go and spend time with your kids and do extra things. Sebastian's not in sports like most kids. So we don't spend ball time at the ballpark. You know, when Seth has Sebastian on the weekends, he goes and does fishing and things like that with Sebastian just as well. I mean, Seth works long hours. I work long hours.
And I'm not saying any of that is
gotta,
suspicious at all, Chris. I'm just asking if that was normal. Because if it wasn't normal and he was overstimulated, that could be a reason for him to have ran out of the house.
No.
Okay.
He was not overstimulated.
Okay, so that wasn't one of the possible reasons for him to leave.
Here's what I'll say. Everything is on the table. Nothing has been taken off the table, period. That's the same statement law enforcement has made. That's the same statement I'm going to tell you every single day in and day out.
Katie gave my son to your mother and father. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Say it one more time.
Do you not want to say that? But we can move on. So
No. I want to hear it.
There's a rumor out there, Chris, that your mom and your dad have Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Seth, you know darn good and well you got a question about my
I'm
mother.
just asking.
You pick up the
Did
phone.
they take you somewhere to like a boot camp or anything like that? And Katie just thought I wouldn't.
Yeah, good. Okay, and here he goes. He's going to get upset. He's going to get upset, but he has no problem mentioning things about Seth. How Sebastian didn't want to go Seth's, but now here's something negative about Chris's side of this street, you know. Mm-hmm. Katie bangs a neighbor. Oh my God. New place Sebastian didn't enjoy your company either.
Accepted.
I don't think Seth is being accusatory. I think he's just trying to clear up a bunch of BS that's been online.
Right. And I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to answer any
Chris, I'm not
questions.
saying you. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real simple, Seth.
To put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of Seth on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room with all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room with law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday. When you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse on Sunday.
On a Sunday night. You damn right.
Just Chris.
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them, guess what?
Let's squash it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I,
what
and
I
I don't
want
think
to
he
do is
said
I
it
want
was
to talk
true. I
to
think
you.
he's just trying to clarify.
He said
That's not clarifying. No, stop. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions.
Oh my
Stop.
God, please.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on
Squash the rumor.
Sunday.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem.
Oh my God, dude. What the hell, dude? He is so volatile. I mean, can you imagine this? Is this video out? I haven't seen it, but I haven't been super invested in this case like many of you guys. But I knew that this was going to be freaking interesting. Because when I first started listening to it, I could tell he was sloth. Like he was so freaking drunk or messed up on something on Xannies or something. So I wanted to hear before this got like, I don't know. I just wanted to, I was definitely interested in this, especially now to hear that both of them are up here. He is like, why is he like this? That it doesn't make sense. You have excuse me. You have a missing child. You're not going to be worried about what people are saying about you. You know what I mean? Right now I'm looking at some sunglasses, Ray-Bans, the aviator ones. If anybody's interested, email me. I'll sell them to you. I've never worn them. Brand new. They're gold rimmed. But anyways, oh man. Why was Katie and her mom in legal trouble when Katie was 19? I don't know. I'm hearing this stuff, rumors about Katie's mom and some major like criminal stuff and all kinds of shit. I know. Get off mom's teat, right, Dee Dee?
Problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian.
How would he?
And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult. And just call her.
Chris.
Why would he call her?
Can you hear me, Chris?
Hang on.
Oh, I can hear you.
Because all I'm hearing is anger and attitude from you. What I'm trying
And you
to
should,
do
Seth. You should. Because what you're doing is bullshit and you know it.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
People are
alright,
talking
enough.
over each other.
Enough.
Seth, go, and then Chris, go. Please, Seth, and then Chris. Thank you.
Chris, a unified front squashes rumors together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris.
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Warsham's and him getting in.
Okay, so here's the answer. The final answer to this.
It's not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken about this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple. This conversation has nothing to do on social media. You want to have this conversation, Seth? You call me, you get Heather, you get Chloe on the phone.
That's
Hell,
fine.
I'll do you one better, and I will get Bobby and Carter on the phone, and we'll all sit down and have this little fucking powwow.
We're not going to have a powwow like that, but I would.
Well, then guess what?
This situation, and I would love for it to be private because I believe a lot of what is happening right now should not be public.
So explain to me why you don't want Bobby and Carter involved.
I didn't say I didn't want Bobby and Carter involved. I said I was referring to your tone, which is very angry.
Oh, I'm very pissed.
I know that. I think we just all need to take a breath because no one is accusing anyone of anything. We are trying to dispel
No,
things
there's a
because in
rumor.
turn, dispelling these things will
You're
take
so full of
some of
shit.
the BS off of you.
Whoa. That was uncalled for. And Chris, I mean, I do understand your anger, but I know these ladies.
Did he just say that you're such a piece of shit? Dude, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is his son's missing? Of course he's going to be like they're the last they had his I mean, what the hell? Chris is way too defensive. Something he doesn't pass the smell test. He is as arrogant and obnoxious as they come. Seth, in my opinion, your best bet is to stay away from this. I don't know what that means. Take your ass off YouTube. Don Wells all over again. I know. This is crazy. Don Wells with just a little bit more money. Seriously. So strange. How many similarities. Please, I just, please, we don't need another Summer Wells. Please. Prick. Oh, okay. District attorneys that he mentioned. Huh. He's so defensive.
I don't know Seth. I just know what I've seen. But these ladies are not full of shit.
I didn't say they're full of shit. I was referring to Seth being full of shit with his comment.
Well, that doesn't help matters.
No, it doesn't. So when you brought him on the show and he wants to start this shit, that isn't going to answer questions. It's going to spiral into the shit that's in. So we can set this shit aside and answer the questions that you got.
How can they ask questions as soon as they ask questions about it? He gets like this. What the hell? That's what they're doing is asking him questions. How much nicer can you ask him? How nice can you ask about his parents? He wanted to know, other people have heard it online too. It's on social media. It should be addressed publicly. It's already known, I think. But whatever. Something bit me or something right on my freaking knuckle here, and it's just so aggravating. But Chris is losing his mind. He is freaking spiraling. This is definitely circa summer 2021 Don Wells. Like deja vu. He is I don't know. That makes me want to look into if I was really going to be looking into this case, which I'm not doing any research in the case. I'm not going to lie. I am not getting it as deeply involved in another case again. But anyways, I just think the guy is very sus. I would look into if I was somebody looking into this, I would be looking into the parents more. I mean, and it's weird that he gets so defensive. He's sitting here saying, let's address it, let's ask questions, but then when questions come up, he gets so mad.
Okay. I would like to move on very quickly, but I will say the public opinion is not going to improve unless we can take a deep breath.
That's exactly right.
And I
And-
know you are frustrated.
You have no idea what
I'm
I
not
am.
saying I know
You
how
don't.
frustrated you are, but I know you are frustrated. And I'm not saying that's not valid, but this is not helping.
If it's
And-
not helping, then you shouldn't be talking about it on social media.
But
I'm
here's
trying
As
to
a PI, you should have said, you know what? We're not going to answer that question. We're going to do that privately. That's where that should
I
have
did
went.
say that actually several times,
You
and you
did.
can listen to that recording later.
So let's move on to the next question.
I just got to say one thing. You want the public's help. You want them
We need
to be
them.
behind both of you.
Yeah, we
And
need them to find Sebastian.
exactly. And it's a very good chance that somebody in the public
And
will find
that's
him.
my biggest frustration is that we all collectively have to deal with all of this instead of focusing.
Oh, Stephanie, you didn't hear? You didn't hear about it, about the allegations about Chris and his cousin when he was a minor? Oh, yeah. He's got those type things too. The same stuff Don Wells is accused of. He's accused of the same like exact thing with his cousin. This guy's way too protective around his parents.
On Sebastian.
All right, and it's a disadvantage to Sebastian. Really, it's sad because we're not any closer to finding him as long as we're all arguing like this.
Yeah. And mods in chat, you're removing these comments, I hope, because I've been removing some too. And we've got extra people, extra mods in chat. Anything rude that said, they're banned, they're gone. Okay. So we'll get them out there as quickly as possible. And let me go through chat really quickly here to get some more questions here. You've been on here for many hours, and I so appreciate this. I really, really do. So,
Can Chris hear me?
yes, you can.
Can you? Well, you can't throw us in a back room so me and him can talk real quick.
I wish I could. I wish I had that ability, but I don't. I can take you both off, and you can call him. Do you want to do that?
Let's finish this first, and we'll do that after the fact. Let's get these questions out of the way.
Chris, listen.
Every
You
question.
may not like my opinion, but when we got rumors out there, if you and I squash these rumors, then they stop being rumors and everybody just looks at the people who are spreading them like they are shit. I was not trying to upset you. I'm trying to squash these stupid rumors that are literally filling up my privatized email address, their inbox with crap. Which is crap. It's not helping find Sebastian, so if it gets squashed, then people will stop. Not everybody. Lord knows there's still going to be stupid people out there. But it will stop. It will, I mean, literally, it will stop.
I think he's sounding very logical right now. I'm not going to be on much longer. I am getting really tired, but this is a very interesting conversation for sure. This is over at Web Sleuth. I'll share that in the chat again, but I'll probably be getting off here in just a second, to be honest.
My report is
The
real
only thing I
simple,
want is to find Sebastian, Chris, and there are rumors out there that we have to put an end to. You may not like them, but we have to put them into them publicly, because right here we can end rumors, so people know.
Oh yeah, Crystal.
When I told him to fuck off,
You didn't hear? And that his mother supposedly tried to cover it up? So that's what makes this extra creepy, because supposedly his mother tried covering up some kind of essay that her son Chris Proudfoot had done on a cousin when he was like underage. I don't know exactly how old or anything or ages and all that. I don't know details. I just know that the mother was, it stated that the mother tried to cover it up. So it's very weird now, their dynamic, when we're hearing now that he gets so defensive when his parents are brought up, when obviously that stuff's going to be looked into when you have a missing child. Like, I would think that's normal. And he gets so way too a defensive.
They know that I meant fuck off because they don't like it.
Thank you, BC.
So stop right there, Seth. Stop. Let me help you with something real quick.
Proof of what, Sissy?
You want rumors to die? You want to stop with all the stuff that's coming up and flooding these PI's inbox?
Oh, you mean the essay stuff?
How many terabytes do you want of videos where you have gone out there and you've said some very harsh things that should never have come out? You never should have. And now don't take this the wrong way. That is a conversation for
I'm not
later.
here to sling mud.
Let me finish.
There are things that I put out there.
Once again, you can't talk to a fucking log.
Okay, what? Okay,
Chris,
so
Let me finish.
Chris, that's not productive.
It's not. So let me finish.
Oh my fucking God.
You all are playing one-sided here.
no, we're not.
I don't think that's fair.
So then tell Seth when I'm talking, let me finish.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys. This guy is so scary. Oh my God. This guy is scary. If he's like this in public, in front of thousands of people that he knows is going to be watching this, can you imagine what he is behind closed doors? Towards, like, how impatient he sounds. So impatient. How do you think he was towards Sebastian? He's way too angry. It's scary. He does have scratches on his arms.
Seth, let him finish.
Yes, Seth, please let him finish.
There's conversations you've had that should have never been out in the public light, and you know it. And because you did that, it started a lot of rumors. Own it, accept it, and move on from it. I told you on Sunday, I supported you. I would be there for you no matter what, how ugly this got. But I'm not going to stand by and watch you disrespect me, my family, my wife, or anybody for that matter. A lot of rumors got started because you went on social media and you opened your mouth and said some things you shouldn't have said. Accept it. I'll show you the videos.
You don't need to show me the videos.
Now, in hindsight, that is a conversation you and I need to have offline, away from everybody else, in our own private conversation. You and I, we sit down and we can talk. Literally, Lise, you had people watch us doing it Sunday at that vigil.
Well,
They were snapping pictures because they were trying to get some juicy information.
Trish,
So let's answer.
can we move on to the question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's. There's a question here in chat, and I've heard this. And Chris, this is a good one. I'd like to clear up.
Okay.
Is it true that Chris told Seth, "You will find your son at church"?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's
What he stated was if I went to church, maybe I'd find my son.
so. In other words, if you went to church and talked to the Lord, is that what you were saying,
Yes,
Chris?
that is what the whole conversation in reference was.
I have a
Not
question for
you go to a church and you'll find it. Who's
Hold
coming up
on,
with that
Seth.
crap?
I'm sorry, Chris. Finish. I'm sorry.
I'm talking because why? I understand. I see where people got that,
Right.
but that is a conversation that Seth and I had privately. You know, I'm sorry, but we're not going to sit here and drag certain things into this. It has nothing to do with it. I told Seth, basically we should all go to church. We should pray. That's exactly what it was in reference to.
Understood. Seth, go ahead. It's your turn now.
There's better ways to have said it, Chris.
Okay, and that's
For you to
semantics.
think
That's
that I
not-
don't go to church.
Seth, I didn't say anything about you not
That's
going to church or
semantics.
going to church. Can we
Is
go
that
to the next
define
question?
Sebastian?
No, it's not.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm going to sleep. I also gotta take my pup out. And it's 2 a.m. and I've been on here for over 3 hours. So me and Bandit are gonna go to sleep, right, buddy? Gonna go to sleep. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Anyways, good night, everybody. Say good night. Say good night. Say good night. Say good night. Come on. Say good night. I can't even get. Sometimes I can get him to start barking and stuff, but right now he's not. Come on. Good night, everybody.